Friends, hello, it's Friday, it's almost the 4th of July, and man, this stock market is murder row. Not to mention, the crypto market is also murdered, which is gonna go right into what we're talking about right now. So, hopefully you watched the last video where I talked about, Cryptide hit the market, people were giving out their shares. As far as I know, everyone got their shares. Now, Cryptide is on the market for investors. You can see it, you can watch it. It is taking a huge hit. Could not come at a worse time because obviously the stock market is being destroyed again. But obviously, too, with that, crypto market is down again. Bitcoin going right under 20,000. Not looking good for this weekend, but maybe not. It is the weekend, having a 3-day weekend, and crypto more than likely will be what everyone's playing around these next 3 days with. So, going right over to Vinco Ventures here. So, obviously, with all this news, crypto, if you're wondering what's going on here, so, man, I've been talking about this, and this is where I've been disagreeing with people and agreeing with people, and this is where like the split down the middle comes with Vinco Venture investors, people that like it, people that don't like it, and this is where we all agree, disagree. And we've been waiting on this for the Cryptide spinoff company to hit. We have been waiting over this for a year now. I mean, it's been a while. We've gone through different board members. Everything here is gone on. So finally this stuff hit here just, yesterday. Well, since it hit the Cryptide shares, a lot of people are going like, well, I don't really need BBIG anymore. So we've seen massive sell-off come with Vinco Ventures. I mean, we just plummeted. I mean, this thing just plummeted like a train. I even said, the past 3 videos, I've said like, hey, I think this is going to plummet to like a 150, 160. Well, that was like my safe spot. It plummeted even more than that, hitting a 128. And still right now, ending this week, it looks like we're going to be closing at that. So we can look at this with a few different lenses right here. Obviously, that Cryptide spinoff movement, that dropping, we were kind of hoping that was going to be the golden egg there, the golden goose, whatever you want to say, that was kind of, jump up, get Vinco Ventures, more news, more just positive news and help Vinco Ventures kind of move up here. It did the complete opposite. And now Cryptide is falling apart. It's obviously a stock, but it has directly to do with crypto finance. So it's taking a hit as well, and people are just selling off their shares. They're just getting rid of it. Let's be honest here. I don't think people aren't making a ton of money off it at this point, but they're just getting rid of it because it's plummeting. So here is what I am going to say with this situation right now, friends. This is where I'm at, and this is how I feel about it. Obviously, I'm very bullish on Vinco Ventures. I just say that so people don't go like, well, you hate this company. I don't hate the company. I've never said that. I like Vinco Ventures, everything it does. It's got a lot going on. I do believe, Vinco Ventures could even take a little more heat here. We're pretty much dead middle of the year right now, and it does not look like things are getting better. So we could see Vinco Ventures take more of a hit here. We could definitely see this drop down to $1. Now, here's the interesting part with that. Obviously, I still think Vinco Ventures is going to be one of these stocks that has a lot of wiggle room. I think you're going to see this stock go from, a 128 to a 148. I think you're going to see it go from a 148 to a 130 to a 160. Just in a daily trading day. I think it's going to have those big days. Vinco Ventures is a very surprising stock, and Vinco Ventures moves on news. So this very well could be $2 again next week, with just a little bit of good news. But right now, we're not expecting really any good news at this point. It's following the market, and the market is just falling apart right now. And the golden goose, which was Cryptide, is falling apart as well. So it's just a messy situation right now. Now looking through another lens, we can look at this and go, you know what? I do like Vinco Ventures. I believe in this company for the future. And that's where we can go, you know what? I'm going to buy this at a 130. I'm going to buy this, or I'm going to wait and maybe even buy this at a 115. Maybe it'll be like that, when the market opens back up next Tuesday. Very possible that this could plummet more. And I really do think it's going to. Now, here's the other part with other investors, other people that are watching Vinco Ventures, and here's what we know. We know that Vinco Ventures, and this is kind of what I've already said, but I'm going to go into it more. We know that Vinco Ventures is famous for having big Vinco Ventures we have seen go from $5 to $10 in one trading day. We have seen Vinco Ventures go from $4 to $9, or even a year ago we were seeing Vinco Ventures pre-market hit around $13, $14. I still believe that Vinco Ventures is still going to have a lot of volume, a lot of investors watching it. It's still a very big meme stock. It's still a very famous stock. You can't take that away. And I think a lot of people are going to look at this right now and go, this is really cheap, and I can buy a lot of shares right now. And I know this thing has a history of really, really heavy movement, and more than likely I can buy this at a 120, 130, and it'll probably hit a 130, 40, 50 maybe within the next 2 weeks, and I can sell it and almost make, not double, but a little 30-40% gain here, which will help build Vinco Ventures. This right now is really a toss of the coin. I'm not going to say that this is going to heal itself anytime soon. I do think Vinco Ventures will come back slowly. I really do, but I do think there's going to be even more of a bleed off here, friends. I really believe that, and you can look at that as bad, or you can look at that as opportunity. Now that's where you have to decide, but I'm not expecting next week to be good for the market. I'm really not. People are traveling. I think we're going to see gas go up even more. I think the news is going to be covered, and not as many people were vacationing. It's just going to be bad news, which is going to bleed into the market, and the market's going to bleed into these growth stocks, which is Vinco Ventures. And it's just next week's going to be bad. I think it's going to be bad. But like I said, you can look at this as opportunity, or you can look at this as like, it's opportunity, but I'm going to wait for a little more opportunity and maybe buy this at a lower price. Or you may be saying, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm getting out of here. I'm going somewhere else. I'm going over to Lordstown. I'm going to Global Star. I'm going to some other heavy hitters. I'm going back in AMC. So friends, let me know what you think about Vinco Ventures here. I see the volume. I see the outstanding shares, all that stuff. I'm watching all that. And like I said, I'll say this, and take this with a grain of salt. I would be careful of panic selling right now. I would be very careful of panic selling. This is new ground. It's not good ground, but it's new ground for Vinco Ventures to be this low within the past year of trading. We've been here before with Vinco Ventures, and it can definitely heal itself from here, but we definitely could take a little more bleed off, but it could rebound here a little bit, and this could be the bad part right here. So that's really where you have to decide. I obviously you do what you want to do, but when it comes to panic selling, I would be careful about panic selling. I really would. Let's get into next week. Let's really see what happens here with the market. Like I said, I think it's going to be a bloodbath. We could see a huge buy-in right now with Vinco Ventures, and this thing could shoot back up to a 140, 150 next week, maybe to 160, who knows. Look at the history of Vinco Ventures. It sounds crazy, but it's not crazy, because we've seen this time and time again with Vinco Ventures having these huge walk-ups, having these huge sell-offs, these huge buyback in. Those investors are still there. They're still here. They haven't gone anywhere. They're looking at this right now the same way I'm talking about this, and they're going, this looks like an opportunity right here. This looks like I can put in $100 right here and probably get about 150, 160 back and throw that right back into it when it sells off. That's what your common investor is probably looking at right now. So, friends, I feel the pain. I hear you. I know what this looks like. I wish I could get better news for the overall market. Our crypto market sucks. Our market in general, stock market, sucks. So I feel you. I hear you. And I'm in the same boat too, friend. Not a lot of us have great portfolios right now. I think everybody's portfolio somewhere is destroyed. You might be high in one thing, but devastated in some other areas. So that's just the overall market right now. But friends, I really do. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful 4th of July. Happy 4th, friends. Really excited about this week. I'm really excited about the market, friends. Look at this. Look at this whole market as just opportunity. Look at it like that. I know it sucks. It's kind of boring right now, because if you came out of the bull market for the past, 4 years, and now we're in this bear market, it's like, ugh, God, this is just really boring. I get it. It's not as exciting. It's not as dramatic, but it's where we're at right now, and it's what we have to deal with. So, friends, with all that said, remember, be positive, be you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
baby.